All right, continuing on here, let's do this one on the back left. This guy here. Okay, so I'm going to right click, hide unselected, and let's see. Let's do the top part here first. Okay, it's got those little sort of louvers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 divisions. So I'm going into edge mode, select that one and that one. Okay, I'm going to connect between these two edges. So click on the thing to the right of connect. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. All right, so we'll do something new here. This will be hinge from edge. Okay, so we'll start with this first one. And, it's going to hinge. This will be the hinge, and it will hinge up. You have to see it to understand it. So hinge from edge, click on the button to the right of that. And let's say the angle is going to be, the default angle, I believe, is 30, and that's going to be fine. This one is the number of segments to it, and I think one's going to be okay. And this is pick hinge. Okay, so you click on that, and then go out, and it's looking for a hinge, right? And this one on the right side is what we want. Okay, and then check, because that worked. All right, we go on to the next one now. And this is going to act weird because it's going to look at the past hinge and use that. So it's going to open the other way, but we don't want that. So hinge from edge again, and get so you can see it. Pick hinge, check. Okay. Go to the next one. Hinge from edge, pick hinge, check. And we just keep continuing on. Pick hinge. Okay, I don't think there's any faster way to do this. All right, so we got all those guys done. Now we want to extrude out both sides at the same time and then upwards and bridge across the middle. Okay, so I'm going to select this face here and control click this one. So they're both selected, right? We'll do them at the same time. So I'm going to go into bevel. And the first one, I want it to have no height, but just bring that outline down till it's something like that, I guess. And we're going to say plus, right? And the next one, we want no outline, but we want height. Something like that. Okay, and then, oops, I meant to say plus there. Drat. Okay, I remembered it anyway. So we want one more of the same amount. Check. All right, now we're changing directions, so we got to click on different ones, and it's going to be those two. Let's try extrude this time just to see what that looks like. Okay, since we're only doing the extrude part. All right, so this one, you want to get it high enough that it clears the middle part, right? Because we're coming across, going to make a bridge across there. All right, and then let's make a plus. And this one looks like it should be a little shorter. Check. All right. The outer parts have some little pointy things sticking out there. So let's go into bevel, and the first one, no height, turn down the outline quite a bit. Okay, and then plus, and then this one will give it some height, and we got to adjust the outline so it's not so much. Something like that, check. You can also go in and scale afterwards to maybe fix the end of those a little bit. All right. Now, the final fun part here is we're going to make a bridge across there. Okay, so I select those two using Control, and I'm going to go into Bridge, and it bridges it like that. And what I want to do is twist. There's a bunch of controls here. We just got to figure out which are the ones we want. I'm going to give it some segments so we can twist nicely, around 10 or so. And let's see, bias twist 1. Let me turn that up, and yeah, that does exactly what we want. And you can make some taper on it if you want to make it get skinnier. That's kind of cool looking. All right, and then check. Right click, unhide all. All right, so we have the top part all done there, right? And let's go down to the bottom, and let's do this front left one first. All right, unselected. And this will be kind of similar. It's got some bridge stuff in there. So that is, I'm assuming you guys are looking at this sheet separately. So I won't keep, I'm not going to bring it over all the time, but it's this piece here. So we just got to slice it up, extrude it out, and then make some bridges. All right. Okay, so here, click on one, Control, click on the other, go to Connect, and we want 2 segments. Yeah, and then we also got to we got to go the other way. So I'm selecting all 4 there, and then Connect, check. All right, so poly mode, 1, Control, 2, 3, 4. Let's bevel this out. No change in the outline, but we're just coming out so it forms more or less sort of a cube hanging off there. And then let's hit the plus, and maybe this one looks like it should be a little shorter, like that. All right, this will be easy to do. I think we can do all these bridges at once, or can we? Let's see what happens. Okay. I'm feeling like this is not going to work. But so I selected all the connecting faces. I don't think it's going to know which one to go to. Yeah, so let's X out of that. And let's just do it 1 pair at a time. Okay, so I got 2 facing pairs. And I'm going to bridge. And let's just give it a few segments and some taper like that. Yeah, check. All right, let's go here, click, Control click, and I'm just going to click on the word bridge and see if it remembers. Yeah, got it. So click on the word bridge and it just remembers the one we previously used. All right, we did it. And let's now do, this crazy looking thing here. All right, so it looks like it's divided up. All right, so first we have to slice the whole thing together, and we got to do a lot of selecting. So here's a good example of a way to select parallel edges. All right, so I select this edge. I want to select all around here. Okay, now of course I could just go like this. Okay, select the 4 parallel edges in one direction. But another thing that's frequently a useful shortcut, you have ring and you have loop up in the top here. Loop is a bunch of edges that follow each other. And since there's 90-degree turns here, and it's also not what we want, I don't think loop will work, but ring should work. Okay, see how we've got all of these parallel ones. So let's go to connect, and 1, 2, 3. So that's going to make, yeah, check. All right, let's select one of these edges, ring, and click on the word connect, and it will do that. All right. Now, stay the course here, select this one, and I select this one remaining edge in this direction, ring, and connect. All right, so it's all done up like a Rubik's Cube now, right? And what we got to do is bevel out these 4. Okay, I'm not sure which ones are best to do first, so I'm going to do the middle part first. Okay, it's good practice selecting stuff. Whoops. I'm using Alt and pushing down on the mouse wheel to rotate around. And I'm using Control to add to my selection. Did I get them all? Yeah. All right, so let's bevel this guy out. So I'm hitting bevel, and the first one has no height, but minus, okay? And it's going as a group. And in this case, I think for the first time, it's what we want, okay? And then plus, and this one, give it some height. Okay, it's like that, I think. Check. All right. Now we want to bevel out all these little guys here. So I'm going to select all those. Okay, you could use this in an orthographic viewport and be a little bit more. It's a little bit of a challenge to do it in a. Okay, so like for example, if I go like this, and I still got to go this way. So I selected all the faces except the ones I just recently did. All right. However you can do that, that's what we want to do. All right. So now I'm going to go to bevel, and whoa, so it's doing it as a group, which sure ain't going to work. So let's go to by polygon. That's pretty insane looking. And all we need to do is adjust the numbers down. Okay. About like that. Yeah, baby. And whenever I'm done, I click on the word editable poly to get out of the sub-object selection. All right, we're coming along, only 2 left.